a flickering candle in the darkness. Life can feel like a stormy sea at times. Waves of worry crash over us, but even in the deepest night, a single candle can light the way. Hope is that candle, flickering with the promise of a brighter tomorrow.
The whispers of hope. The Bible is filled with stories of people who faced impossible odds and found strength in their faith. These stories remind us that we are not alone in our struggles. Psalm 23 speaks of God as our shepherd, guiding us through life's valleys. Even when we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we need not fear, for He is with us.
Our beacon in the storm. We will delve deeper into the words of Psalm 23. Together we will embark on a journey of faith, seeking the one who is our shepherd. Come, let us journey together.
A shepherd's psalm. Psalm 23 stands as a beacon of hope and comfort. Penned by King David, this psalm resonates with the raw honesty of someone acquainted with both beauty and brutality. David proclaims, "The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing." His words, penned centuries ago, continue to offer hope and assurance.
The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. These words paint a vivid image of God's tender care and provision. Just as a shepherd tends to his flock, so too does God care for us. We are His sheep, and He is our shepherd. In His presence we find peace, provision, and protection. He makes me lie down in green pastures, He leads me beside quiet waters, He refreshes my soul. These verses evoke a sense of tranquility and peace. Green pastures represent nourishment and provision. Quiet waters symbolize peace and the quenching of thirst. In His presence we find rest, refreshment, and the strength to carry on.
Life is a journey with twists, turns, and unexpected detours. We often find ourselves at crossroads, unsure of which path to take. He guides me along the right paths for His name's sake. God's guidance is purposeful, leading us to our good and His glory. When we trust in His guidance, we can be confident He is leading us on the right paths.
You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. These words paint a vivid picture of God's abundant provision and protection. The image of a table being prepared evokes a sense of hospitality and celebration. The image of a cup overflowing signifies abundance, joy, and God's exceeding generosity.
Psalm 23 speaks to the deepest longings of the human heart. David's words offer solace to weary souls and ignite hope. Even in life's storms, we are not alone. We have a shepherd who is always with us, guiding and protecting. Psalm 23 continues to offer a beacon of hope to a world in need. Central to Psalm 23 is the unwavering faithfulness of the shepherd. David acknowledges life's hardships but declares, "I will fear no evil, for you are with me." The shepherd's faithfulness is a constant, unwavering presence. It is the assurance that we are never truly alone. Even in the darkest nights, the shepherd's presence is near, guiding our steps. The valley of the shadow of death evokes fear, but also offers hope. The valley is a necessary part of the journey. Even in the valley, we are not alone. The shepherd's presence is our comfort and strength. It is in the valley that we discover the depths of His love and faithfulness.
Psalm 23 concludes with a breathtaking image of abundance and blessing. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies, David proclaims. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. This final scene stands in stark contrast to the previous imagery of the valley, reminding us that even in the midst of adversity, God's blessings are always available to us.
The image of a table being prepared evokes a sense of hospitality, generosity, and celebration. It is a reminder that we are God's honored guests, that He delights in providing for us and showering us with His blessings. The fact that this table is prepared in the presence of my enemies adds a layer of triumph to the scene. It is a reminder that God's blessings are not dependent upon our circumstances, but are freely given, even in the face of opposition. The anointing with oil, a symbol of consecration and blessing, further emphasizes God's favor and protection. It is a reminder that we are set apart for His purposes, that He has chosen us and equipped us for the journey ahead. And finally, the image of my cup overflows speaks of God's abundant generosity. His blessings are not merely sufficient, but overflowing, exceeding our expectations and filling us to the brim with gratitude and joy. The concluding verses of Psalm 23 then offer a vision of hope and abundance that extends beyond the trials of this life. They remind us that our ultimate destination is not the valley, but the banquet hall, where we will feast at God's table, surrounded by His love and showered with His blessings for all eternity.
The timeless wisdom of Psalm 23 invites us not just to admire its poetic beauty, but to actively embrace the shepherd's care in our daily lives. This means shifting from a place of fear and self-reliance to a posture of trust and surrender. It's about acknowledging our need for guidance, protection, and provision, and recognizing that our shepherd is more than capable of meeting those needs. One practical way to embrace the shepherd's care is to cultivate a daily habit of prayer and meditation on His Word. Just as sheep graze on lush grass to sustain their physical bodies, so too do we need to nourish our souls with the spiritual food found in Scripture. Spend time each day reading and reflecting on the words of Psalm 23. Allow its message of hope and comfort to seep into your heart and mind, transforming your thoughts and actions. Another way to experience the shepherd's care is to develop a deeper awareness of His presence in your life. Just as a shepherd is constantly aware of his flock, so too is God attentive to our needs and concerns. Take time throughout your day to pause and acknowledge His presence. Thank Him for His faithfulness, His provision, and His guidance. Ask for His help in navigating the challenges you face, and for the wisdom to make decisions that are pleasing to Him. Remember, embracing the shepherd's care is not a passive activity. It requires active participation on our part. It means choosing to trust Him, even when we don't understand His ways. It means surrendering our will to His, knowing that He has our best interests at heart. And it means allowing His love to transform us from the inside out, making us more like Him each day. In a world saturated with noise, distractions, and demands, finding stillness can feel like an elusive pursuit. Yet it is precisely in the quiet spaces of our lives that we can truly hear the shepherd's voice and experience the depths of His peace. Just as sheep need moments of rest and quiet waters to thrive, so too do we need to create space in our busy schedules for solitude and reflection. One practical way to cultivate stillness is to incorporate short periods of silence and meditation into your daily routine. This could involve finding a quiet place in your home or in nature, closing your eyes, and simply focusing on your breath. As you quiet your mind and body, invite the shepherd's presence into the stillness. Allow Him to speak to your heart, to calm your anxieties, and to fill you with His peace that surpasses all understanding. Another way to find stillness is to engage in activities that bring you joy and help you connect with God's creation. This could involve taking a walk in nature, listening to calming music, spending time in prayer or journaling, or engaging in creative pursuits like painting, writing, or gardening. The key is to find activities that help you disconnect from the busyness of life and reconnect with your true self and with the God who created you. Remember, finding stillness is not about achieving a state of perfect silence or eliminating all distractions. It's about creating space in your heart and mind to hear the shepherd's voice above the noise of the world. It's about intentionally seeking out moments of peace and solitude, knowing that it is in these moments that we are most receptive to His guidance and love. Life is rarely a predictable, straightforward journey. Like a winding path through unfamiliar territory, it is often marked by unexpected twists, turns, and obstacles. We encounter crossroads, face difficult decisions, and sometimes find ourselves navigating through valleys of darkness and uncertainty. It is in these moments, when the path ahead seems unclear, that we need to cling to the shepherd's guidance more than ever. One practical way to navigate life's uncertain terrain is to seek the shepherd's guidance through prayer and the counsel of wise and trusted individuals. Just as a shepherd relies on his staff to guide his sheep and ward off danger, so too can we seek support and direction from those who have walked the path before us. Talk to a pastor, mentor, counselor, or trusted friend or family member. Share your concerns, ask for their prayers, and be open to their insights and perspectives. Another important aspect of navigating uncertainty is to cultivate a spirit of trust and surrender. This doesn't mean passively accepting whatever life throws our way. It means acknowledging that we don't always have all the answers, and that sometimes the best course of action is to simply trust in the shepherd's plan, even when we don't fully understand it. Remember, navigating life's uncertain terrain is not about avoiding challenges or pretending that difficulties don't exist. It's about facing them head-on, equipped with the shepherd's guidance, the support of others, and an unwavering faith that he is with us every step of the way. It's about trusting that even in the midst of uncertainty, he is working all things together for our good and his glory. The shepherd's love and provision are not meant to be hoarded or kept to ourselves. Just as a shepherd ensures that all his sheep have access to green pastures and quiet waters, so too are we called to share the abundance we have received with others. This means extending the shepherd's love, compassion, and generosity to those around us, especially those who are hurting, lost, or in need. One practical way to share the shepherd's abundance is to practice radical hospitality. This means opening our homes and our hearts to others, welcoming them with warmth and generosity, regardless of their background, beliefs, or circumstances. It means creating a space where people feel safe, loved, and accepted, just as they are. Another way to share the shepherd's abundance is to get involved in serving others in our communities and beyond. This could involve volunteering at a local soup kitchen or homeless shelter, donating to organizations that are making a difference in the lives of others, or simply lending a helping hand to a neighbor in need. Remember, sharing the shepherd's abundance is not about earning God's favor or proving our worthiness. It's about reflecting his love and generosity in tangible ways. It's about being his hands and feet in the world, extending his grace and mercy to all those we encounter. It's about recognizing that we are blessed to be a blessing, and that true joy is found in giving rather than receiving.
Sarah, a young mother battling a life-altering illness, found solace and strength in the words of Psalm 23. Confined to a hospital bed, her body weakened by disease and her spirit burdened with worry for her young children, Sarah clung to the image of the shepherd carrying her through the darkest valley. There were nights, she shared, when the pain was so intense, and fear threatened to consume me. I felt utterly alone, like a lost sheep wandering in the wilderness. One particularly difficult night, as Sarah lay awake, her heart heavy with despair, a nurse entered her room. Noticing Sarah's tear-stained face and the Bible clutched in her hand, the nurse sat down beside her and began softly singing the familiar words of Psalm 23. "The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul." As she sang, Sarah recounted, "A wave of peace washed over me." It was as if the shepherd himself had entered the room, bringing with him a tangible sense of comfort and hope. In that moment, I knew I wasn't alone. God was with me, even in the darkness of my pain and fear. The nurse's simple act of kindness, her willingness to share the shepherd's song in the night, became a turning point in Sarah's journey. It reminded her of the power of human connection and the unwavering presence of God, even in the most challenging of circumstances. Sarah's story is a testament to the enduring power of Psalm 23, to offer comfort and hope in the face of adversity. It reminds us that even in the darkest of nights, the shepherd's presence is near, and that sometimes his love reaches us through the compassion of others. For Michael, a successful businessman, finding faith began with a crisis. Seeking solace, Michael embarked on a solo hiking trip in the mountains. On that mountaintop, he felt awe and wonder. He reached for the small, worn Bible from his backpack. Michael's mountaintop experience led him to profound peace and surrender. The power of Psalm 23 extends beyond individual experiences, offering solace and strength to communities facing shared challenges. In the aftermath of a devastating natural disaster that ripped through a small coastal town, leaving behind a trail of destruction and despair, it was the words of this beloved psalm that became a source of unity and hope for the shattered community. As families struggled to come to terms with the loss of loved ones, homes, and livelihoods, a local pastor organized a community gathering in the ruins of the town's church. Amidst the wreckage, with only the remnants of the altar still standing, the pastor invited those gathered to join him in reciting Psalm 23. "The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul." As the familiar words echoed through the broken walls of the church, a palpable sense of comfort and solidarity filled the air. Strangers embraced, tears were shed, and a shared sense of hope began to emerge from the depths of despair. In that moment of collective grief and vulnerability, the community found strength in their shared faith and in the timeless message of Psalm 23. The pastor, reflecting on the aftermath of the disaster, shared, "It was as if the words of the psalm gave voice to the unspoken pain and fear that we were all feeling. In reciting those words together, we were reminding ourselves that even in the face of unimaginable loss, we were not alone. We had each other. And we had a shepherd who promised to walk with us through the valley of the shadow of death and lead us towards a place of healing and restoration." For some, the journey of faith is not a straight path, but a winding road marked by periods of doubt and questioning. Emily wrestled with her faith after a personal tragedy. "I couldn't understand how a loving God could allow so much suffering," she confessed. She felt angry, betrayed, and alone. Emily distanced herself from her church community. She wrestled with questions about God's goodness. One evening, she found a beautifully illustrated edition of Psalm 23. Drawn to the book's cover, she purchased it. As she read, something shifted within her. David's words resonated deeply with her experience. "It was as if David was speaking directly to my heart," Emily shared. "His words reminded me that it was okay to doubt and question." He had felt those things too, but through it all, he never stopped believing in the shepherd's love and faithfulness. Psalm 23 became a lifeline for Emily, guiding her through doubt to a stronger faith. The stories of Sarah, Michael, Emily, and the countless others who have found solace and strength in Psalm 23 are a testament to the enduring power of hope, even in the face of life's most daunting challenges. This psalm, a timeless tapestry woven with threads of faith, resilience, and the unwavering faithfulness of God, continues to offer a beacon of light to those navigating the complexities of the human experience. The beauty of Psalm 23 lies not only in its ability to offer comfort in times of need, but also in its capacity to inspire acts of kindness, compassion, and generosity. When we allow the shepherd's love to flow through us, it creates a ripple effect, touching the lives of those around us in ways we may never fully comprehend. As we have journeyed together through the comforting words of Psalm 23, exploring its historical context, reflecting on its timeless message, and discovering practical ways to apply its wisdom in our daily lives, may we be reminded that we are not alone in our joys and sorrows, our triumphs and failures. We have a shepherd who is always with us, guiding us, protecting us, and providing for our every need. May we embrace the shepherd's care, allowing his love to transform us from the inside out, and may we become vessels of his hope, sharing his abundance with a world desperately in need of its message.
As we conclude our journey through the comforting words of Psalm 23, may its timeless message of hope and resilience remain etched upon our hearts. We have explored the shepherd's unwavering faithfulness, his tender care for his flock, and his ability to guide us through life's most challenging terrains. We have witnessed, through the stories of others, how this psalm has brought solace to the grieving, strength to the weary, and courage to those facing seemingly insurmountable odds.
The shepherd's presence is not confined to the pages of scripture or the stained glass windows of sanctuaries. It is a living, breathing reality that we can access in the quiet moments of prayerful contemplation, in the fellowship of believers, and in the everyday acts of kindness we extend to others. It is in the gentle whisper of the wind, the warmth of the sun on our faces, and the reassuring embrace of a loved one. Life will inevitably present its share of valleys, those dark and uncertain places where fear threatens to overwhelm and doubt casts long shadows. Yet even in those moments when we feel most alone, when the path ahead seems obscured by mist and uncertainty, we can hold fast to the promise of the shepherd's presence. He is with us always. His rod and staff, symbols of his authority and protection, are there to guide us, to comfort us, and to remind us that we are never truly alone. He knows the way. Even when we do not, he sees the light at the end of the tunnel, even when our vision is clouded by tears and despair.
The journey of faith is not a solitary pursuit. It is a shared experience, a tapestry woven with the threads of countless lives, each one touched by the shepherd's grace and guided by his unwavering love. As we have heard the testimonies of those who have found solace and strength in Psalm 23, we are reminded that we are part of a larger story, a grand narrative of faith that spans generations. We are surrounded by a cloud of witnesses, those who have gone before us and marked the path with their courage, their resilience, and their unwavering trust in the shepherd's care. Their stories inspire us, their examples challenge us, and their legacies remind us that even in the face of life's most daunting challenges, hope endures. May we, in turn, become beacons of hope for others. May we share the shepherd's love with a world desperately in need of its healing balm. May our lives reflect the peace, the joy, and the unwavering faith that flows from knowing that we are eternally held in the shepherd's care. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the comforting words of Psalm 23. May its message of hope and resilience continue to resonate in your heart, guiding your steps and strengthening your faith in the days and years to come.